Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show, here tonight for another episode of Classic Puppet Theater. Yes, and it is once again Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday, which means a Marvel team-up. This issue, Spider-Man and the Human Torch. And they are facing the Frightful Four, kind of. You'll have to wait and see. But before we get into this book, let's go ahead and introduce our cast. And we have a very special appearance. As you can see in the other corner right there is one Mr. Eric Breen. He sounds just as happy as you'd expect him to be. He will be taking the role of Sandman, the narrator, and one of the side figures that appear at the beginning. And below, with his camera on, the only other human on the show, the one who's usually here, Zach. This Zach is on fire because he's going to be the Human Torch.
Heck yeah, that's right. What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Not happy you made me sing Alicia Keys.
I'm happier that you sang it because I didn't want to have to. And if you didn't, I was probably going to. So,
thank you for not doing that. And in the darkness, as always, that frog you all know, and some of you love, Froggy.
I need some hot stuff, baby, tonight. Oh, wrong character. I'm Spider-Man. You're the hot stuff tonight.
You are Spider-Man, and I will be
oh my
taking
gosh, who let the Baron? I told you I'd be food out.
Baron? Wait, Baron Zemo?
No, that's a different character altogether.
Oh.
No, we like Zippo.
But I will be taking the other villainous roles of the night, which includes talking to myself a little bit. But it will all be okay, I hope. But let's get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the book. And of course, because I am running the book off of my own device, I must turn off my camera so that way we don't mess anything up.
Yay!
Well, my sentiment would be to you too, Froggy, but you still have the camera on.
Sentiment? No, that's guy down there. That's Sandman. I don't have any sentiments.
All right, this is Marvel Team Up featuring Spider-Man and the Human Torch.
And some guy who puts sand in places you don't want belong.
It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere.
He's very sandy.
You want to go ahead and take the dialogue here, Spidey?
All right. Face it, creeps. This is a payoff.
Yes, fool, for you and the torch, so says the Trapster. All new action trapped by the Frightful Four. Press, I give it to you, Mr. Breen.
Spidey and the torch together, and Spidey makes four. River sounds, the quiet twilight moanings of sea against pilings, the soft fading wail of an upriver tugboat, the slap and crash of waves over a bridge foundation. These are the gentle sounds of an evening river, the sounds that draw the tired, the bone weary, sounds which attract people as different as the morning and sunset. Sounds which attract a certain blonde-haired Johnny Storm, musing on the effects of a world he doesn't understand. Even as it draws another man, older, yet perhaps no wiser, lost as Johnny is in that all-consuming quest for understanding. Enter the world of the dreamers, and come with us on a new journey at the hands of these quiet guides. Stan Lee editor, Gerry Conway writer, Ross Andru artist, Jim Mooney anchor, Sam Rosen letterer.
Excelsior!
Eric Breen narrator.
And what does he think about? the losing of a love, and yes, the meaning of that love. Thoughts abruptly broken when... Hey, lad, what's the problem, eh?
Who? Who the what?
The tag's Nathaniel, lad. You want no more than that, I'll wager. You look fit to bust a corking, you do. What's wrong with you, son?
Wrong. What is it?
Aye, it's that way, is it? A sad thing 'tis indeed for a youngster your age to be so bitter. Why, look at old Nathaniel. Not a sore bone in his body, not a one. I know that look, lad. You think I'm just a blind old sot, don't you? Now, well, maybe so, but that don't mean I haven't a good word for you, lad. I was young once too, you know. We all were, they tell me. Right now you're saying to yourself, what's the point in it all? What does it all bloomin' matter? It matters, lad, if only till you gain yourself a mate, a friend you can trust. That's what makes it count.
For Tinder.
A friend? Maybe you got something there, old timer.
Sure, and I do, lad. Ask any old saw, he'll tell you.
Well, I have no time for that, old man. Guess I'll just take your word.
Wait, lad. Don't you do anything rash. Laddie, wait.
Stranger danger.
Lord, he's blinking going to jump. I've killed him, I have.
Not quite, Nathaniel. If that's your real name.
Now his clothes are burned up.
Not when
Be
you're
praised.
not when your lad's name is the Human Torch.
Nat, methinks you'd be better go on the wagon again. Your eyes are treating you none too good. And just so you don't go to taking the pledge too lightly, let's seal it with a drink. And soon, in the last gray light of twilight, high over the mid-Manhattan area, a searching Johnny Storm find the object of his mid-evening quest.
Spider-Man! He's just the friendly wall crawler I wanted to see.
Ah, great. Cripes! What are you trying to do? Kill a fella?
Not precisely my idea, Webhead. More exactly, I thought we might take the time to talk. You know, the friendliness routine.
I don't got any money. Yeah, well, Buster, you got a funny way of asking. Because in case you haven't noticed, you almost got me killed. What's eating at you anyway? Brain.
Me? Nothing really. Just thought I'd see how things were with you. Figured we worked so well together on that Sandman case a few weeks ago at Christmas.
That face is really troubling.
I know.
In a video you can see right here on the Creepy Puppet Theater.
Isn't that Dormammu's
Creepy Puppet
face?
Theater.
That's literally how they draw Dormammu.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Spider-Man, I've come to bargain with you. Well, just so we could talk, you know? You know?
Sure, hothead. Don't do me any favors, okay? That's the last thing I need. Playing concert to some neurotic's fantasies. Sheesh, I thought J.J. Jameson was bad.
Spider-Man!
You ever hear that?
I was hoping we'd hear that tonight. Well, if that's how you see it, forget the asking creep. Right now, I think I'll go get my head examined. Somehow, I think I really need it.
Hear any arguments? See you around, Chuckles. Now don't forget to write.
Man, he's really acting like a jerk today.
I know, spider
He's
douche.
probably going to see Gwen Stacy, and he's kind of blocking him.
Even as they split apart, fate begins to weave, which will draw them together again, as in a room in a building to the east of the swinging Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, he is the one who'll complete our little group. Once more will be the Frightful Four.
Are you out of your crock, Wiz? That's Spider-Man.
Yeah? Where? I figure I've got me a score to settle with that wisecracking punk.
Then you figure wrongly, Sandman. The wizard has other plans for our japing friend.
Too racist. But continue.
Since Madame Medusa left our tight little cadre for other pursuits, we've been at less than our fighting strength. A situation we must correct, especially in light of our present plan. The two of you follow me. With luck and the wizard's unparalleled genius, we strike at dawn, and we strike the Fantastic Four.
And hours later, as dawn finds a restless Johnny Storm drinking badly brewed black coffee, the events of the night before seem distant, yet somehow no less annoying.
So much for Nathaniel's well-meaning advice. Guess that sort of thing's not apropos for your average sky-flying hero. It wouldn't matter so much if Crystal were here. Blast! She's the cause of the whole thing, after all. If only she'd come back to America with me. And I had a bigger coffee mug. Yeah, Johnny, then what? There'll always be another if, won't there? Forget it, Mr. Storm. If Reed were here, he'd mark it up to youthful depression. And he'd probably be right. Wonder how they're getting along in Chicago. Maybe if I'd been here when Reed and the others were called out of town last night. Nah, that wouldn't have helped. It'd just give me someplace new to feel bad in. Wait, what?
Bzz.
The buzzer. Or some weird mosquito. Somebody's calling up from the lobby.
To tell me I don't have no ass in this thing.
Well, I'll be. You're a sight Now you're a sight for groggy eyes, web slinger. Guess you're here to apologize, right? No answer, huh? Maybe I said the wrong thing. Okay, I suppose I've got some apologizing to do myself. Stay there, masked man. I'll be right down.
Oh, I don't know if that's... No, it doesn't tell me. I'll just assume the wizard. You do that, boy. We'll be waiting for ya. Nice and behaved like. I think that was Trapster.
I think that was Trapster, yeah.
Smiling to himself, unaware that anything's amiss, Johnny strides to the special express elevator in the lobby of the famed Baxter building. And as the overhead light flickers from red to green and the car drops away, perhaps he has cause to wonder, in passing, why the normally gregarious Spider-Man was so strangely silent.
Or not entering through a window.
But if he does, he wonders for only an instant as...
Glad you could make it, Spot.
Sack.
How rude. Whoa, little fellas. Stop spinning. Whew, give me a moment to get my breath. Ooh, stars. And then maybe you've got some heavy explaining to do, mister. Uh-oh. Now, hold it. Just 1 minute. Unless I'm in worse shape than I feel, that's the Sandman there behind you. Well, where's the explanation, masked man? If you think I'm gonna let you,
That's
Wow.
right, Webhead. Hit him hard. Because now all bets are off. It ain't Christmas anymore, and I don't owe him nothing.
Spidey, what's going on?
Eat it, Chose.
Again and again, the taciturn Spider-Man lashes out, each blow a snapping whiplash, until finally Johnny's frayed patience snaps and...
Why are you letting him? Ah! That tears it. I've wanted to hold off on this, Lantern Eyes.
Lantern Eyes.
I thought, stupidly, you might want to explain. But, brother, that's all over. The money's on the table, and now we'll play the big boys game for keeps. That.
Look out, Wiz. Here he comes.
I can see that quite adequately. What the heck? Adequately, Sandman. Both of you, keep back. Let them fight it out themselves.
What's the matter, creep? Somebody knock loose a few teeth? Nothing to say, handsome? Guess that web's supposed to frighten me, huh? Well, mister, you haven't done your homework. Nobody but old blue-eyed Benjamin could tell you you can't hold it. Nobody could tell you you can't hold in a human torch. In a human torch? Nothing. Oh, not with anything short of high-grade asbestos. And frankly, fella, your webbing doesn't make the team. More tricks, right? Or maybe you're just slow. Is that it? Like I said, laughing boy, you'll have to do a lot better than that before I even begin working up a sweat. Hey, you're not too quick on lessons, are you, web slinger? Anyone else would have tried a new stunt by now. But you're still shooting that gray gunk like you had it patented. Hey, what am I, an idiot? No wonder you're running the same program over and over. You're not thinking. You're not fighting on your own. Somehow those goons are controlling you. That makes me sorry, Spidey, but I don't have any choice. I've got to stop you, even if that means battling a guy I'd like to call friend, even though he treated me like a jerk. I'm not going to make it any easier. Oh, not going to make it any easier, are you? Okay, maybe I'll get fired up mad again. Maybe that'll help me. And some way I'll be able to do what I have to. Fireballs. Ah, heck, it's no use. I know you're not yourself, and it's holding me back.
Poor Spidey, they cut all of his lines.
I know. Does he have any dialogue here? That's it, Spidey. Attack me. Maybe in defending myself, I'll knock you out. Sure. Real fat chance of that. Gotta cut my flame before it burns you.
I knew it. The famed idealism of the boy has betrayed him right into our hands.
Don't bet on it, Wiz. Also, Wiz is here? You may have won this battle, mister. Or you may have won this battle. But, mister, you have a long way to go before you win the war.
Fuck.
He sinks quickly into nightmare, to a world where his darkest fears swarm like fire cinders through the blackness about him.
Oh, God, there's 3 of them.
A world where a silent scream is his only companion, and the bitterness of an unwilling betrayal his constant haunt.
And they're going to all be mean to him.
Until finally, minutes perhaps hours later.
No! Stay there! What? Oh, great. Now I'm talking in my sleep. I feel like I'm blistering with fever. No, I'm bound up. Some sort of straitjacket? That and the paste hardening around my legs. Compliments of the Trapster, I'll bet. Easy, Mr. Storm. Roll over quietly. Now, if I can just see what's happening. Oh no! No! Somebody ought to tell the guy who claimed it got darkest before the dawn. Things get pretty black around midnight, too.
Hey, Wiz, hurry up, will ya? We ain't got forever, you know.
I'm aware of that, Sandman, quite aware. This sort of thing mustn't be rushed, though. The equations involving the tapping in tapping the negative zone. You want to go ahead and take Trapster, Froggy?
Sure. Yeah, you got a real tough, Wiz.
We're bleeding for you, brain boy.
Silence, you fools! The slightest miscalculation. The slightest miscalculation. Need I remind you we're tampering with one of the most powerful forms of natural energy in the universe? Only the genius of a man like Reed Richards, or like myself, of course, can fully comprehend the precise drainage available to the machines like this. I must not be disturbed.
Hey, Moon Girl can do it too.
Go get eaten by a dinosaur.
Okay, Wiz, don't get nervous. Sandy and me'll just admire your little trance job on the Spider-Man here.
Yeah, it's a real charm, wizard. You can hardly tell he ain't thinking a thought of his own. Hey, punk. That's where all the trouble you gave me last time we met. Ha! Now that's what I like. Somebody who turns the other cheek.
Will you two be quiet? If I'm to tap the proper amount of energy from this machine so we may use it to power our own cosmic device, I must be allowed absolute concentration. Oh, dear Lord.
Time itself seems to grind to a halt, and three men turn unbelieving eyes to a mind-wrenching sight upon the glowing screen. Their mouths go dry, their voices are stilled. All they can do is listen to the crackle of ethereal static. And then an echoing pronouncement.
I am Annihilus. I sense you are unaware of my nature, my existence. In my world, I am supreme. I am Lord over all.
Tacos.
Yet I have been defeated at the hands of Earthlings. No more. This time I will use the power of the Earthmen, their power to augment my own.
Maybe he's scaring you, Wiz, but the Sandman ain't nobody's. Auga!
Mad fool! Don't you see how strong he is? We've got to stop him! Cut off the power!
Futile human, I've already mentally locked your controls. I will continue to draw on the force from the machines, and with each passing moment grow stronger, larger, more powerful.
This is bullshit. Last issue I had to go down a drain. I guess it could have been worse. I had gone down a toilet. You sure talk good, Buster.
Watch out for the kitty cat.
But let's see you hurt a guy who can turn to living sand.
Your crazy metabolism ain't worth beans, big man. Only my traps can stop a nihilist character.
Ha! I knew they'd do it. He's concentrating so hard on maintaining some kind of link on Richard's equipment. How's reading your lines?
It's okay, you dumb block of sand. Those flying bombs caught him when he wasn't looking.
And do nothing, you don't! Don't you see we are helpless?
Meanwhile, in the next room,
Gotta get out of these bonds before those clowns wreck everything. Ugh, maybe if I increase my body heat. That's it. I'm starting to bake the Trapster's paste. It's getting stiff, brittle even. Mr. Storm, sometimes you astound... He talks to himself a lot. Mr. Storm, sometimes you astound me. And he calls himself Mr. Storm. There's some issues he has there.
To be fair, usually Spider-Man does that.
He calls himself Mr. Parker?
He calls himself Spidey.
Oh. Yeah, if he called himself Mr. Parker, that'd be weird. Did it! Now to free my hands. Step 1. Kick over one of Reed's lab tables. Step 2. Inch towards some of that broken glass. Step 3. Brace yourself, and then lean into it. Careful, Johnny. Don't let that glass cut too deeply. Just a bit more.
Can't he burn that?
That's true. Voila! Let's see Mr. Richards beat that. Must have been some sort of synthetic asbestos. Would never cut so easily.
you're real smart, ain't you, kid?
Sandman! Somehow I was afraid you'd show up in that weird Jack Kirby costume.
Glad I haven't disappointed you, kid. Sorry I don't have time to play with you, but you're going to have to...
Forget it, pal. I figure you're not ready for a head-on Nova-style fireball. With any luck, it'll catch you in mid-transition and turn you to quartz. Hope that'll hold.
Sandman.
Hope that'll hold you for a while, fella. Because right now, little Johnny's got things to do.
I think you killed him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, Wiz, it's a torch. Somehow he's gone.
Kalat! I can see that. Stop him, Clinton! Stop him!
Sure thing, Wiz. I'll just blast him with a shot of hay.
You didn't really expect me to wait for that, did you?
Maybe not, wise mouth. But while you're dodging that paste stream, I had enough time to do this.
Ah, those blasted discs of yours. Spraying me with some kind of liquid. Can't keep my flame going. I'm gonna fall.
It's my special liquid.
I don't like that.
That, Buster, was the general idea.
You've gotten cute. You know that, Trapster? About as pretty as a hungry tarantula.
Thanks for reminding me. Or is it? Is it Spidey? Oh.
Oh no, it's
No.
Wizard. We've got little time to battle you ourselves. With each moment, this creature becomes stronger. We need our hands and minds free. Therefore, Spider-Man, kill him. Suck.
Wizard, wait! You can't halt a nihilist by yourself. You need me. Yow! I'm sorry, Spidey, but I've got to stop you. Any way I can. Guess I'm a bit ahead of myself.
You bet you are, boy. And just our man has edge.
More disc. My flame is dead. And maybe, so am I. He's gonna bane me.
Chunk.
Spidey, please, for heaven's sake, please listen to me. They've got you in a trance. They're controlling your mind. You don't want to hurt me. We're friends, man.
Bonk.
Spider-Man, you've got to fight it. You're not their patsy. You're a free man. That's all that's important. Can't you understand?
They promised me money.
You're a free man.
And then, as the Torch continues talking, desperately, frantically, he sees a change occurring. The masked hero seems to sway like a tree in a high wind. He moans. And as Johnny shouts, fighting to be heard through Spidey's mental barrier, that barrier breaks. The man inside released.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Storm, I feel like you've been through a ringer.
Here, friend. Grab a hand.
Thanks, Johnny. I mean it. Well, what are we waiting for? Hey, Wiz, we got our problems. Let's get them. Oh, deep voice.
Batman?
You're on your own, Trapster. I cannot leave these controls.
Boy, was that? I don't know which one it is. Do you want to do this one back?
Oh, yeah, I think it is. I think it is Trapster. It says, yeah. Brainy boy, you always were a big help. And just let him have my traps play the game.
That's what you think, Pockets. Alone, either of us might be overcome. But, oh, that's you.
But together, I'll take your clothes off like the Flash does. And so, you haven't got a chance.
Been friends for 5 seconds and we're finishing each other's sentences. Neither will we, Spidey. In about 2 seconds, the big ugly coming through Reed's transtemporal matter screen is called a nihilus, and he's even bigger, more powerful than before. Wizard, what have you done?
What I've done? You moronic juvenile. I've done nothing. The creature feeds on the power of these machines. Exactly, puny human. And you, all of you, are helpless to cease that flow of life-building energy. The human race is doomed. Doomed! It's true! We'll all die unless we escape somehow. Steal one of Reed's experimental spaceships.
Domehead. No favorites today.
Dolt! Imbecile! We've got to get out of here before it's too late.
It's really cold in here. Oh, my shirt. It's already too late, mister. You made your bed, now sleep in it. And, brother, I do mean sleep. Well, Torchy, looks like it's up to you and me to play World Savers. I'm afraid it's hopeless. Oh, sorry.
I'm afraid it's hopeless, Spider-Man. Maybe if I understood these controls better, but I don't know what to do.
Out of the way, Blue Eyes. Grim, are you good? Hey, Grim? Maybe now you see why you should have stayed in college. Because after all, only a college brain like me wouldn't know enough to simply pull the plug. Just as I guessed, your friend here was a busy gloating that he forgot to maintain his rigid control.
Are you Canadian?
Yeah.
Was a busy gloating?
He forgot to maintain his rigid control.
No, not again. Not when I was so close, so very near. The ignominy of it. To be a god in one world and to be beaten by children in another.
Pretty obnoxious for your average god figure, wasn't he? Hey, Spidey?
I'll be okay, Storm. Just the strain of beating that trance. Do you realize how lucky we were? How close we came?
Don't say it, friend. It's just beginning to hit me. Hard. Ah,
Not as hard as I'm gonna hit you, creep.
Spidey, look out!
I'm too busy looking at your face. Whoops. Haven't we all been through all this before?
Deja vu.
You know, Sandy, if I were the paranoid type, I might begin to think you don't like me.
Keep it up, smart man. I'm gonna shove my fist right down your throat.
It's not what that cover said.
Now, that wouldn't be exactly social, would it? Besides, a guy in your condition,
That's right. You should keep that kind of thing private.
still being part quartz and all. Shouldn't try to pick on a fella. You know what I mean?
I
Dude,
think that's Johnny.
Holy cow! How'd you do that?
Huh? Oh, simple. Sandy just woke up. He wasn't ready yet. And like our friend outside, he jumped the gun.
Yeah. I could see that.
Great. I'm proud of you, son. Stick with me and maybe someday.
You're like 2 minutes younger than me. Be quiet.
Somehow we'll make something out of you. Have fun cleaning up, Torchy. Me, I got myself a date with a shower. So much sand.
Swell. Might as well call the police. There's nothing much else I can do. Yes, officer. I'd like to report an attempted, Maybe you'd better just send a patrol car to the Baxter building. Because, brother, I don't think you'd believe a word of what I have to say.
next, the man called Morbius.
And that's the end. We did it. Yay! I didn't realize Spider-Man had like 10 lines.
It was great. I got to watch everybody act, and I got to eat beef jerky. You know, it was good.
It was the Human Torch show.
That is true. That is true. And
It was the Mr. Storm show.
The Mr. Storm show. Yeah, he refers to himself as Mr. Storm. That's crazy.
Well, I'm not sure. I think he might not be in the next issue. I can't remember. But we will have to wait and see here on Two for Tuesday. So make sure to come by tonight, because this is Tuesday night after all. Make sure to stop by tonight and watch Stargirl and Supergirl, because we're going to be reviewing and recapping it. And also, Froggy is telling me with his telepathy to get the
Oh, wow. Oh, I'm picking it up. Dude, turn those thoughts down. Nobody wants to hear that. Oh, God. He moved me with his mind. How'd I end up here?
He wanted to read the ticker. He likes to read it.
Oh,
He likes to remind the people watching to like and subscribe and to comment. Let us know what you thought of the book, of what you thought of the show. Did you enjoy our performances? I know we all loved Sandman right down there. Oh, Mr. Sandman.
bring me a dream. Dun,
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 dun.
dun.
No.
He's played by the wonderful Mr. Breen. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that works. That works. Yes, and also make sure to check out the Ko-Fi, because reading these books costs a bit of money. And so if you can drop $1, please, it would really help out the channel a lot, especially with those newer books, if we're going to read any of those. And if you have a specific title you'd like us to read, well, with your dollar tip, go ahead and just list something, and we'll put it to the top of the reading list just for you. But until next
We'll
time,
leave it there and read something else, but
So for Zach, for Froggy, for Mr. Breen, and myself, thank you so much. We will see you next time. Bye!